Welcome, humans, and any celestial body else out there listening. This is Curious Minds, Infinite Answers. I'm your host, Courtney Christine Koskin. This podcast, simply put, is a mix of human curiosity and how, with the help of AI technology, curious minds can get the answers we seek. Let's get mind-bending and plunge deep beneath the surface of our everyday thoughts. Let's begin. Last week, we talked about consciousness. Dictionary.com defines consciousness as, number 1, the state of being conscious, awareness of one's own existence, sensations, thoughts, surroundings, etc. Not just the fact that we're aware, but the idea that consciousness might actually be the foundation of everything, even more fundamental than matter itself. The big question in the prompt for today's episode is, what is it like to be you? Not what you think or what you do, I mean the raw inner feeling of your world. The redness of red, the way your favorite song sends chills down your spine, the taste of chocolate melting on your tongue, the ache in your chest when your heart breaks. These are all examples of something philosophers call qualia, the individual private textures of experience. They're real, they're vivid, the experiences that no one else can fully feel the way you do. Today, we're exploring this invisible realm, the one that lives behind your eyes and beneath your thoughts, the one that raises another big question. Why do experiences feel like anything at all? So with that, let's get into what qualia actually is. At its simplest, qualia, spelled Q-U-A-L-I-A, is the term used to describe those raw, personal building blocks of experience, the way something feels to you. It's not the facts about a thing, it's the feeling of it. Like, you can know a strawberry is red. You can even explain the wavelength of the color red or the chemical makeup of a strawberry. But none of that explains the taste of the strawberry to you, or the way the color red feels when you see it. That part, that unshareable internal experience, is qualia. Some philosophers say qualia are what make experience real. Others say they're the greatest mystery science has yet to explain. Because here's the thing, you and I could both look at the same sunset, but there's no way to prove that the orange I see is the same as the orange you see. And even if we tried, at this point in humanity's timeline, we couldn't step inside each other's minds to compare. It's all happening inside, in this quiet, private space we call consciousness. So why does this even matter? Why should we care about something that's so hard to measure or explain? Because qualia reminds us of something science can't fully capture. That being human isn't just about processing data. It's about feeling life. It's the difference between reading about joy and actually feeling it, between knowing how tears are made and crying because something broke your heart or moved you. In a world that often praises logic and facts, qualia whispers, don't forget the magic. Don't forget the color, the sound, the feeling. It's where art lives, where love lives. It's the invisible thread that ties experience to meaning. There's a thought experiment that really drives this home. It's called Mary's Room, and it goes like this. Imagine a brilliant scientist named Mary. Mary knows everything there is to know about color, from a scientific perspective. She knows the wavelength of every hue, how light hits the retina, how the brain processes color signals. She's read every textbook, studied every chart. She's even seen brain scans of people looking at sunsets. But Mary has lived her entire life in a black and white room. All of her books, her screens, even her clothes, totally grayscale. She's never actually seen color with her own eyes. Now, imagine one day, Mary steps out of her room and for the first time sees a red rose. In that moment, did she learn something new? Most people will say yes, because no amount of knowledge could prepare her for the experience of red. That moment of seeing it, feeling it, is qualia. It's what separates information from experience. It's the reason knowing something and being with it are two very different things. I love how Deepak Chopra takes this conversation one step further. He suggests that consciousness isn't just part of reality, it is reality. According to Chopra, we've had it backward. We think the brain creates consciousness, but what if consciousness creates the brain? What if the world we experience, our bodies, thoughts, the stars in the sky, are all expressions of one underlying field of awareness? He often calls it a field of infinite potential, a space where thoughts arise, sensations pass through, and identities form. But none of it exists outside of consciousness. In his words, consciousness is not in the body is in consciousness. You are not in the world is in you. It's a radical shift, but it resonates with ancient wisdom traditions, modern quantum theory, and yes, even the unexplainable nature of qualia. Because if these personal experiences, these colors, sounds, flavors, and feelings can't be pinned down by neurons alone, maybe it's because they aren't coming from the body. Maybe they're just flowing through it. Now, of course, I wouldn't be doing this talk a justice if I didn't offer the other side of the mirror's view here. Not everyone agrees that qualia are this mysterious, untouchable thing. Philosopher Daniel Dennett, one of the most well-known voices in consciousness studies, has a very different take. He argues that what we call qualia might just be an illusion, that our brains are playing a clever trick on us, and the rich inner experiences we feel so sure about are actually just the result of complex brain functions. According to Dennett, there is no secret ingredient, no extra magic sauce called qualia, just a powerful physical machine called the brain, doing its job so well it creates the illusion of inner life. It's a bold claim, one that challenges how we think about selfhood, soul, even meaning. And with all of this, maybe that's the point, that in exploring consciousness, from Chopra's infinite awareness to Dennett's brain-based explanations, we're not just searching for answers. We're learning to ask better questions. Kind of makes you think about where we are currently in the timeline of humanity, how we prompt AI. The better the questions, the better the answers. Remember, an estimated 68% of the observable universe is made up of what we call dark energy. We have no idea what it is. Only about 27% makes up the matter of things like our stars, planets, and us. We don't know what we don't know. Whether you believe that consciousness is fundamental, like Max Planck and Deepak Chopra, or that it's an incredible trick of biology, like Dennett, one thing's certain: being alive, experiencing life, is something more than data. It's color, it's warmth, it's longing and joy and wonder. It's qualia, or it's not. But the greatest part is that for now, we get to feel it all. I hope this episode sparked something inside you. A thought, a question, or even just a feeling you can't quite explain. After all, that's the beauty of consciousness doing its thing. If you missed last week's episode on consciousness, be sure to check it out as we dive a little bit deeper into what's all beneath the thoughts, the body, the mind. Thanks for joining me on this journey inward and outward in this moment. Until next time, be well. Thank you for tuning in to Curious Minds, Infinite Answers. I'm Courtney Christine Koskin, and I hope you'll join me for next week's episode as we proceed down the path of curiosity and discovery, uncovering various topics along the way. If you have any comments or want answers to your burning curiosities, drop me a line in the comments below. Until we meet again, find the good in the world, and if you can't find it, be the good.